One hell of a storm front. Early this morning at the port of Felixstown, 21 workers were found dead in a cargo container ship. The ship had initiated auto-docking procedures, and emergency personnel on site reported as finding no survivors aboard.
It's Rook 25. Will you open the door?
21 dead. Nothing further, including cause of death.
Can you hear me, Bishop? I'm coming in.
By authorities. And that's the latest
Lights.
from here in London. I'm
Much better.
Thomas.
Not so sorry to wake you, Bishop. We thought you should know about our little escort. Worried? No, Bishop. There's nothing to worry about. Not unless you're afraid of a couple crummy American F-35s, piloted by a group of washed-up mercenaries. A few more bad apples who wish the war never ended. It's just another day in the Consortium. To escort us through Bulgaria. It's a long story, but let's just say the leader of this particular crew has a very strong disliking for our way of doing things. He likes to think he's doing the people of Bulgaria a service by pestering us, but really, they're as fed up with him as the K and I are. What? You just say, "Tell me more," and I'm supposed to jump? If you want to know more about him, search for Kirill Angelov in any of the ship information consoles. That's K-I-R-I-L. Or go and talk to the K. Oh, right. That's just what I call Night 15. We've been dealing with these guys for years now, and I like to think Kirill, their leader, has a crush on her. You met her when you came on board? Remember? She's technically our operations manager, the leader of our little team. We just met 2 hours ago. At the moment, we're about 45,000 feet over central Bulgaria. What? Are you kidding me? Okay. So let's get you suited up and ready to kick some homeless arse. Here are your basic Consortium tools. You got your PCU, BUS and assault helmet, all specifically tailored to fit you nice and snug. Yes, I did. The group we're up against here are unofficially called the Homeless Mercenaries. I'm not surprised you've never used this equipment before. The bloody BUS alone is so expensive. We're one of the only agencies in the world who use it. Think SSK, only with built-in hardpoint sockets. Hey, no problem. You know what? You're acting a little lopsided. Maybe you should go and see Rook 13 in the med bay. I'll tell him you may be coming. It's your choice, whether or not to go, of course, but I think it's better to be safe, right? We don't want a banged-up bishop on our hands. Now, Pawn 7 and I have some CCU maintenance to take care of in the lower crawl. Feel free to wander the ship and meet your new crew, or maybe hit up the virtual trainer and complete your bishop training scenario. The VT is at the end of the hall, next to the elevator. Oh, and don't forget to go and get your CMC from the K. You can find her in Mission Operations, at the end of the hall, to your right.
Welcome to Mission Operations. First things first, here is your Consortium mind communicator. Please, just call it a CMC. Hearing Consortium mind communicator over and over just gives me a headache. Consortium officers only need to think what we'd like to say to each other, and the CMC will do the rest. Loud and clear. It'll take some time for you to get used to the feeling, but you'll get it. Well, yes, actually. After a short while, though, it becomes like second nature. I promise. Let him sweat it out. Maybe he'll lose interest and go away.
Angelov has done this plenty of times before. Once we clear Bulgarian airspace, he'll scamper off to whatever cave he crawled out of. Isn't that obvious? We've been dealing with him and his homeless mercs since his president father sided with us a couple years back. He can be amusing at times. Mostly, though, he's a pig.
My sister's going as well. She's never been to the theater before.
Being a hologram in the
Not
city
this
doesn't
time,
really count
Six.
as going to the
No
theater.
offense, but I don't exactly know you very well just yet. And the last thing I need is another couple of deaths on my conscience. Only a month ago, we came across Kirill and his men, exactly as now. Angelov and Bishop H, your predecessor, got into a very violent spitting match. Against my orders, 8 took control of manual weapons and shot down 2 of Angelov's men. A week later, he retired.
And this is the first time we've seen Angelov since. That man is crazier than a shithouse rat.
He was definitely a little rough around the edges, but he always got the job done. Revenge? It would take another 200 of those F-35s to even scratch us. They're a level 2 threat, which means the king is well aware of what Angelov is capable of. Okay, Six, before you move on to something else, I wanted you to officially meet Rook 9,
Bishop
Captain
Six, welcome
of
to the
Zenmo.
medical bay.
G'day, B. Glad to have you here with us. And the name is actually Wade. Just stick to Wade. Lay off the Rook 9 nonsense, eh? Once the boss deals with our friend Angelov here, come and see me in the cockpit. I got some extra rare scotch I've been itching to share with someone. With he gone, I really miss having someone to drink with.
Wade! Just stop right there, please. He's only kidding, Six. Or at least he better be.
So hey, all kidding aside, give me just a few minutes to finish up this diagnostic, then I'd like to get a look at you in person.
For now, I want you to walk around a little and meet your new crew. Most of them are eager to meet you.
Bishop, it's nice to see you again. It's nothing. What can I do for you?
It was a 2D. A movie, Bishop. It's all he ever does. Watches movies and makes me do all the work.
This is untrue, Bishop. We have equal tasks to adhere to, according to strict Consortium protocol. Yes, it is a 32-inch Toshiba from 1995, one of the many televisions I've managed to acquire over the years. The best in my collection is a 3-inch General Electric Octagon from 1928.
Notice he is actually proud of that fact? So anyway...
Oh, Bishop, Alana was telling me you were acting strange earlier. Said you seemed a little mixed up. If you'll just step over here and lay down, I'll run a full body scan, just to be sure. This will just take a few seconds.
Don't be afraid, Bishop. It's perfectly harmless.
I will only take as much time as necessary.
How is that even possible?
I'm not entirely sure. Bishop, you have more simultaneous synapses firing than what should be possible. It's as if there are two of you, housed within the same brain.
Two of him? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Is this some kind of anomaly?
Yes, unless the Bishop has an explanation for us. Whatever this is, I'd certainly like to run some more scans from our base in BC. Maybe after your induction ceremony. Now, we've got a lot more cleaning to do around here.
Oh, you mean you do? I will return to my command VR, if there's nothing else you need, Bishop. Yes, it is a fantastic VR game. Puts you right into the head of many famous military commanders.
It's a distasteful and disrespectful game, especially in these times. It is also only played by a small number of people.
Well, you should join me. We could meet up, start from the same camp, maybe ally.
I will make you a deal. I will stop bothering you with talk of old movies if you stop talking about that insidious throwback to times past.
Excellent. I will give you my information later, once we are off shift. A good day, Bishop. It was really nice meeting you.
Hey, hi. How are you? Oh my gosh. You're Bishop 6! Oh, it's amazing to meet you. Did you know that the old Bishop 6 left the Consortium early 2040? Yep, he just up and left. He's a stay-at-home dad now. Go figure. He lives in Florida with his wife and his 2 kids. Beautiful family. Beautiful, beautiful family. Love them. Yep, feeling good. Feeling great, in fact. I'm really happy to have met you before your first mission. You're bound to be a popular one with your less than stellar record and everything. Not that I think like Pawn 1 does. No, I just, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just really excited to meet you. I have so many Bishop collectibles and games at home. My mom thinks I need a shrink. But she also says I'm too quiet and awkward. Both of which are true, I guess. You're right, sir. You're totally right. Bishop 8 never even talked to me. He just, he looked at me funny and called me a name I will not repeat. So this is sort of new for me. Thanks. You too, Bishop. You too. Wow, you're really nice. It's great to see. Really great. Nice bishops have a very, very high fan count. Oh, I'm gonna go back to work now then. Maybe we could go get a drink sometime together. My sister, she'd love an autograph from you.
I think he's played too many Consortium video games.
You'll see most of us doing it. It's thanks to the MUVI implant, and is how we interface with our own HUD and can remotely interact with numerous systems. You don't have the same sort of access with yours, but you do use your hands, likely without even knowing it, when you open and close your inventory.
No time to waste. We can talk more later. Maybe after Angelov stops beating his chest and goes home.
Good afternoon, Bishop. I'm sorry you had to hear all that. That's nice to hear. 8 would have probably slapped him for talking like that. So, Bishop 6? What made you choose the Consortium anyway, if you don't mind my asking? Well, the world is actually doing a pretty good job of saving itself. The end of a massive world war tends to do that. But everything comes back around eventually. And we'll be here when it does. I really didn't expect that from you. Well, from a bishop, I mean. And yes, I completely agree. The Consortium can potentially make all the difference this time around. Other than babysit pawns 4 and 7, on a regular day my job consists of mostly mission pod maintenance and repairs. We're currently running on a skeleton crew, however, and so I tend to handle quite a bit more. I'm sorry, Bishop, but I've got some work in upper avionics to take care of. Wade mentioned something about environmental monitors acting funny, and he wants me to check it out.
Hey, buon pomeriggio, Bishop. Welcome to Global Ops. As the title suggests, we monitor global operations. Everything that happens inside our grid comes through this room.
It's our job to sort through it all and ensure that treaties and alliances are held up. The King does most of the work, but we like to think we help. Big brother? What do you mean?
1984. No. Hey, you're making me feel so old sometimes. And the Bishop? Yes, I guess we are a little like a bigger brother. But in a good way. We're always out there, and we're always watching.
Each of the 5 Consortium C-3800 vessels have their own list of supporting entities to monitor, and in most cases, police. So all that landmass or orbital territory is what we call our grid.
That's news to you, is it? Okay.
Then yeah, we can enter space.
And we also monitor several of the more multinational space stations, Zeus being the biggest. We've even been to the moon colony a few times.
Oh, here we go.
Man, this is pretty... I want to say serious, but I'm going to go with proud. The thing on London docks in Felixstowe, not a ship that showed up with a bunch of corpses. The London police weren't releasing many details to the public, but now they're spilling everything to us in a TS packet.
And it's a lot to go through.
Top secret packet. It's just what we like to call the information packets we receive that are for our eyes only.
It's everything to do with the case, including the King's own initial observations.
1 second. Yes, it's because... What the hell?
The 21 people were shot to death with AK-47 rifles? If that's not enough, the bullet casings found all date back to... You're not gonna believe this. 2013. This doesn't make any sense. That's long obsolete weaponry firing bullets from before the war.
I'm sorry, Bishop, but the King has made this a priority. We need to concentrate.
Sorry about that, V. Welcome to the nerve center of everything Zenlial. You see all those buttons and switches all over the place? I actually know what they do, every one of them. How's that for impressive? Oh, Christ, I wish I was being serious. It's not like this plane doesn't fly itself anyway. A drunk captain wouldn't make much of a difference. Try not to fall asleep, I guess. I started a game with myself a few weeks ago. For every hour I stay awake, I've given myself a cookie. 8 pounds later, and I'm still doing pretty good. Lighten up, B. Bullshit's a lot more fun than the truth. The boring answer is that I'm kept quite busy. I mostly just feel like a big daddy to all the scamp-red pawns around here. During your missions, I'll be the one guiding your hand, telling you where to go and what to avoid. I can pretty much tap into any security system out there, giving me a bird's-eye view on all your surroundings. Good point. A little dark and creepy, but a bloody good point. Thanks a lot, B. Now we better make sure that doesn't happen, right? Yeah, it sure was. Second greatest love of my life. She's had Alzheimer's for a few years now. I'll try and call her when I can. Visit whenever I'm back in Perth. You've got it. I haven't had a flesh and blood partner since first taking this captain's chair. But I say, who needs them? Am I right? Besides, I've always got my mum. You'll be eating those words after enough years working for this outfit. Work is now officially your life. You may as well pick something to be your new girlfriend. Maybe your PCU? You could call her Linda. Ah, good. That's my mum's name, and she likes the young ones. Sorry, you're right. It's this bloody Aussie tug of mine, always wagging away without asking my brain for permission. So, B, is there anything else you need? I've got something here I need to concentrate on. I appreciate the offer, but no, don't sweat it. The King and I have got everything under control. We'll find the bastard. And hey, welcome to the Consortium. Oh, now that's odd. Something just tripped security sensors on Bishop 8's old bus locker. The keypad was accessed. Yeah. Hey, why not? Saves me the trip. I wouldn't be surprised to find it's just another glitch. Zenliel's been acting mighty strange today. Although, the bus locker itself is separate from the ship's primary systems right now. It's bloody well disconnected. Well, if you're up for it, I'd appreciate the help. The cabin's right across from yours, you can't miss it. Go take a look, and I'll keep an eye out through your CMC. We can see through you as long as your CMC is jacked into your head. Didn't anyone tell you anything? Us rooks, and the boss. Yeah, everywhere you go. Except when you go to the bathroom, of course. There's an automated privacy setting.
Wade, lock down that cabin immediately.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Is that Pawn 7? But I was just with him 2 minutes ago. What happened?
Rook 13, will you please quietly get up there? And don't tell Pawn 24 anything. We need to contain this before the whole ship finds out.
Yes, sir. On my way.
And I'm sorry, Six, but I need you there. At least until Rook 13 can take a look. Good. Just until Rook 13 can determine it was an accident. I'm not about to believe someone committed murder on my ship.
Okay, Wade. Let me in. My God. I just let him go on his lunch break. He was complaining about having skipped breakfast. I was only trying to be nice for once.
Alana, you have nothing to blame yourself for. If there is someone to blame for this, then I trust he or she will come forward on their own.
Wade, I am here.
I just can't believe he's dead. I've been such a bitch to him lately.
You are more often than not a bitch to everyone, not only Pawn 7.
It's okay, Bishop. Kieran is only saying what he thinks is the right thing to say. He's only trying to make me feel better.
It looks as though someone threw his head against the locker panel, with enough force to nearly cave in his skull. This was absolutely no accident.
Thank you, Kieran. You are not going to like this, but I want you all to exit the room immediately. Nobody gets in or out, not until we reach Ireland.
Are you kidding me? At least let us move him to the med containment unit. Here, Kieran, help me put him on the bed.
Is that some kind of joke?
It doesn't matter. Let them move him. We've got all the evidence we need for our people in Ireland to figure out exactly who else was there.
Alana will also likely stab you in the eye if you try to stop her. My sister can be sometimes over-emotional. My book.
What was that, Kieran? Your book? Mind explaining what your book was doing under the dead body of one of my pawns?
I cannot explain that to you because I do not know. I noticed it was missing from the med bay this morning. I simply assumed someone had borrowed it. I was apparently correct. Some call it the Guardian Church Bible, though I do not know why. It is mostly just a collection of inspirational stories about church members. A best of, from headway meetings around the world. At least half, maybe even 3/4 of us. It is not uncommon for Consortium officers to be Guardian Church members.
And I don't see why that matters, Six. We have a dead body on our hands. We can deal with the book later. Now, Alana, I hear your concern, but we can't risk someone seeing you move his body to the med bay. I'm sorry, but forget about the containment unit for now. All of you, listen to me very carefully. This stays between us. I swear that we'll get to the truth when we land in Ireland and we can question everyone individually.
I really don't think waiting is a good idea. Someone on board this plane just killed one of my people and I want to know who. If only so I can personally string him up and throw him in a brig. Thank you, Bishop.
This is not a democracy, no matter what you two may think. Now, if you don't mind, get your asses out of that room.
Yes, sir.
This is so bloody insane. A murder on a C-3800. It can't be real.
I'm going back in the crawl.
Initiating emergency protocol 2.
Well, as you can probably see, Angelov's 2 fighters have just multiplied into 24. Still nothing my girl can't handle.
Six and Kieran, now is your chance to meet the great Bulgarian nuisance. He's on the holocom now, and he's acting... well, you'll have to come see for yourselves.
Bishop 6, please report to mission operations.
And here he is now. You see? I'm not trying to play any games here. I'm only trying to prevent this from turning ugly. Again.
Good. Good. This is very good. And how is Bishop 6? You are feeling strong, I hope. Ready for your first day?
This here is Kirill Angelov, the single most irritating mercenary in all of Eastern Europe.
Oh, come on now. Alana, after all these years, this is all you have to say about me. I am hurt.
Enough posturing. Either tell me what you want or get out of our way.
You have no idea what is happening here. Poor little girl. Your king must be blind.
Did we not just go through this song and dance a month ago? And did your daddy not give you a good spanking for it?
My father will not be coming to your rescue this time, Knight.
Come now, Kirill. It's Christmas. How about you let us pass, and we'll get into this another time? I promise. How does next Tuesday look for you?
Listen very carefully. You will land and surrender your warship immediately. If you do not, I will blow you out of the sky.
You've got to be kidding me. Give me a minute to confer with my people.
Clearly you do not understand. Comply now, or I will take Zemlil from you by force.
A minute, Kirill. That is not a request. Can you see now why I've called you all here?
Oh, yes. He's probably just blowing smoke. But there's an edge to him I've not seen before. I mean, he's usually hopped up on himself, but never has he outright threatened to kill us.
It's no doubt his attempt at revenge for what Bishop 8 did.
He appears to be rather unintelligent as well. Or is this an illusion?
The subject of his intelligence is one of constant debate around here.
Well, I think he's not only stupid, but also irrational and hot-headed. A nasty combination for someone in his position of power.
It's very deceiving, though. The use of old planes to stay under the radar. His bravado. The love his men have for him. I think it's a very intelligent role he plays to feed his all-encompassing ego and get what he wants.
You give him far too much credit.
Oh, well, thank you. But I never said we should be taking him seriously. Just that he's acting a little off. Until we know what has changed, if anything, We'll treat him as we always do. Now, let's see if I can't deflate his bloated ego a little. Put him back on.
Angelov is no longer transmitting.
Wait a second. Sorry, boss, we got company. Looks like well, it's a bloody boarding carrier. It's only a few hundred meters behind us.
How did it get so close?
I can't explain it. It just came out of nowhere. And it's also emitting some kind of scrambler signal. I can't get a look. What the hell is... I've detected 2 new incoming F-35s. One's a few kilometers behind the other. There's a gathering energy source of some kind coming from the lead fighter. He's 7 kilometers off the port side now, and he's closing fast. 5 kilometers. If I could just bypass the carrier signal to regain targeting control.
You better make it quick.
There is no way he's that stupid.
Almost got it. 3 kilometers.
What the hell is that thing?
Wait, the Habitat 5124 incident. I think this is the same delivery system Stormbird reported.
Wade?
Chill, hold on, boss. I've got my mind on it. We may have ourselves a problem.
Auxiliary fuel reserves online. Secondary turbine engaged.
Where's the second fighter, Wade? Talk to me!
I can't see a bloody thing, boss. Not a bloody thing.
Guys, you may want to... Oh, shite! Get down!
Atmosphere shielding.
Is everyone all right back here?
We've got 2 down and a room riddled with bullet holes. What the hell just happened?
I haven't got an answer, Terry. I'm sorry. No bullet in existence can penetrate Templar's plating. It just doesn't make any sense.
Just relax, Wade. We need you focused. Now, tell me about your girl. How badly is she hurt?
Yes, sir. It looks like she's broken a bloody back. We've got major ship-wide failures. Our weapons, primary engines, cargo containment unit. They're all out.
Okay, Wade. I want our primaries back online, and I'd also like to be able to shoot at the bad guys.
Half an hour for primaries, 15 to 20 minutes for manual weapons.
Just do the best you can, and do it fast.
Yes, yes, Carol. I see you. 6, be prepared to aid Rook 9 in defending this ship. Good. Let's hope it won't be necessary. All right. Let's hear what he has to say for himself.
Now are you prepared to surrender, little girl?
Drop the ridiculous act, for God's sake. This is not like you, Carol. You just shot up 2 of my people with that little stunt. And if you think, even for a second, that you're going to get away with that, you have another thing coming.
Tell me something. How does the cold hand of death feel as it takes its grip around your throat?
I think I can stall him for a little bit, but we need a better plan than this.
Have you completely lost your mind? If you destroy this vessel, you will only bring the full might of the Consortium down on you.
I'd say it's pretty simple. We stall long enough to fix our guns, and then we flip his arse back to mercenary oblivion.
Kirill's temper will never give us enough time.
Let him use the boarding carrier.
Excuse me. Say that again, Kieran.
We let him use the carrier. When he boards, we simply separate the head from the snake.
And when only his men board us instead?
Kieran has a point. If we pretend to surrender, Kirill might just fall for it. And I'd bet my life on him boarding himself. Egomaniac that he is. I like the enthusiasm, but I don't think so. I'll take care of it. You just handle things when he boards. Right, so we let him think he's won, and the rest should fall into place.
You make a mistake? Like when you got hijacked running, what was it? 5 tons of black market ex-gon materials from Lebanon to Baghdad? Those murderous Syrian and Iraqi mercenary groups chasing you, they sure didn't like you being in their airspace, did they? Hey now, that sort of sounds familiar, doesn't it?
I will only put up with so much disrespect, Knight.
I'm sorry, Carol. Really. But you do have me in an extremely difficult position here.
And so we come full circle. To the point. You will inform your Rook 9 that he is to land Zenlil at the coordinates I have already given him. Run along now and do what you are told.
But we don't have enough fuel to reach the coordinates you have given us. Your EMP killed our primaries, and I'm assuming that you'll never let a refueling ship anywhere near us. If you'll only listen to me for 2 minutes, I think I have a solution.
Do your crew a favor and stop speaking. Let the men talk. Bishop 6, may I speak to you for a moment? Just a little chat before your knight forces me to shoot you down.
It's okay. Do what he asks and we'll make you the good guy.
Yoo-hoo! Bishop, are you quite done speaking through that CMC of yours? I asked you a question. This is good. A sensible bishop for once.
Angelo, let you and I focus on...
This is no negotiation. And did I not just tell you to stop speaking? So, Bishop, all of this excitement on your first day, you must be feeling a little overwhelmed.
Keep him talking, 6, and don't make him angry.
Ah, poor little Bishop. Let's see now. You've been rudely awoken by Rook 25. Your new plane has been malfunctioning all morning. Pawn 1 over there hates you. What else? Oh yes, Pawn 7. What was it like finding his dead body? Was there much blood?
You son of a bitch!
What did he just say? What did you just say?
So you've not told your pawns. Why don't you have someone take a look inside what was once Bishop 8's cabin? Do not look to her for permission. Look at me.
It's okay, preteen.
I can go look myself. It'll only take a minute.
You will not leave this room. You will call another pawn to look, now. And put them on the loudspeaker.
Patricia, come in, please.
Is that you, 19? Why are you calling me Patricia?
We have a bit of a situation up here. Please don't ask me any questions. Can you just do me a huge favor and go look inside Bishop 8's old cabin? Get back to me on this line ASAP and don't come to mission ops.
Sure, of course. Give me just a few minutes.
Wade, go ahead and unlock the cabin for her.
It's done.
All right, Carol. Now that you've stirred up even more trouble, let's get to it, shall we? What can we do to make you go away?
Go away? But we were just getting started. Partly, yes. But admittedly, my initial anger clouded my better judgment. Listen to me. My people are more connected than your king. When they cannot identify someone capable of handing out 600 million EU dollars, that someone is either a ghost or someone to fear. Us? How cute. No, Bishop. You. Just you. I was given all that money to take your life. Your crew are not involved in this, and I, for one, would like to let them live.
Don't listen to him and stick to the plan. Let him think he's beaten us, and he'll be more susceptible to our surrender.
Excellent decision, and I'll get to that in a minute. Now, about Pawn 7. Cameras, Bishop. Those who hired me have managed to install spy cameras and sound equipment within your vessel. I can see into every room.
Tell me he's making that up.
He is absolutely lying, boss. It is impossible.
Huh. Nothing is impossible. Perhaps your Rook 9 is involved. What if they are all lying to you? Have you not thought about that? I know exactly who committed this murder. Would Would you like to know the truth?
Pawn 19. Come in.
I'm here. Did you find anything?
There's blood everywhere. His head is... I
Get out already. He is dead. Pawn 7 is dead. My God, you people are like children.
That is really not necessary.
I will decide what is necessary. So, where are we? Ah, yes. Cameras. Pawn 7's death. The big mystery.
There are no cameras aboard this vessel. Don't listen to him.
Are you sure you wish to know the truth? You may not like what you hear. This is no game. My mission is clear, and even as I speak now, I am completing that mission. There was no murder. It was an accident. I have no idea why Pawn 7 went into that room, but he tripped over himself and hit his head on the keypad of the locker. It looks like he broke his neck. I had you going, didn't I?
Pawn 7's death was not an accident, and his neck was not broken. His skull was crushed.
Only what your enemy have allowed me to see. Don't you understand? They are the real threat here. Once I take your life, my part in this will end. I fear to see what will come next for the Consortium. Surrender yourself. Really? That is not what I was promised from you. You sound so boringly civilian. I was told that you were a cold-blooded killer.
Enough! I have reached my limit, Angelov. I won't let you poison my crew any longer with your sputtering nonsense. You have a decision to make. You can destroy us, you can board us and try your hand against our bishop, or you can bloody well listen to what I have to say. What's it going to be?
I was hoping I could make you this angry. Something about English women with authority in their voice. It makes me tingle all over.
Make your decision!
Be careful, Knight. Do not forget who is in control. Both you and your bishop here have been most tiresome. I will make this next part easy for you. I only want the bishop's head. The rest of you can be spared, so long as you stay out of my way.
You will never get away with this. The rest of the Consortium will hunt you down. You have my word on that.
I would not expect anything less.
I can't believe his arrogance.
That sound, ladies and gentlemen, it's the sound of a water carrier tearing
Sorry,
a hole
Six,
through
but Mission
our
Ops is locked down. Tell me during lockdown systems are up and encounters. running?
They are.
It's protocol, you understand. Let's get everyone in here then.
All personnel
Alana, show the bishop what we got for him.
Yes, sir. We do have ourselves an emergency weapons locker. In there, you'll find a couple weapons to choose from.
A rather large contingent of mercs is now entering the hangar bay.
Get ready, Six.
I've locked down every possible exit.
Can you stop them or not?
I can keep them off of mission ops, lower avionics in the cockpit, but that's about all I've got.
All right, Six. Get to the hangar bay and stop them from flooding the ship.
We've got a couple of John McClane. Mission ops is secure.
silent.
Release the Atmo shielding and let them return to the boarding carrier. We've got what we wanted. And now I'll have to explain to President Angelov why we decided it was necessary to kill his son. That should be fun.
Seriously, Bishop. I thought I asked you not to...
I need you to come back to mission operations. Right away.
It's sure turning into a bloody hornet's nest out there.
6, come to mission ops immediately.
Alright, people. I think we've only got a minute or two before our friends out there start playing not so nice.
And our weapons?
We're good to go on this end, boss. Let's see what the Bishop can do.
Before he heads for the guns, I've got an idea. Can you patch me into the F-35s?
No problem. You're on.
Pilots of threatening homeless mercenaries. I am Knight 15, commanding officer of the Consortium vessel Zenlil. Your leader has just thrown his life away in an attempt to take control of this vessel. Please, I beg you to disengage immediately so that further loss of life can be prevented. Refusal to comply will result in a fight you cannot possibly hope to win.
Nice speech, but maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Listen to this.
We will see Angelov again in the next life. They will pay for this, and they will pay for it dearly.
They're all beginning attack patterns. None of them are running away. This is about to get real ugly.